the first step here is going to be to take that salt and pepper here. We've got half a teaspoon each of kosher salt and ground pepper, coarse ground pepper. And then we're also going to use a teaspoon of cumin powder. We're just going to put it in a bowl here like this, right on the shrimp, and then toss. Just to get all the shrimp nice and coated. Now this is peeled, deveined, raw shrimp. It's already got a really nice flavor. Smells good. Alright, so once you've got your shrimp seasoned, you can just set that aside. And now we're going to get the oil hot in the pan here. We're going to turn it on to about a medium-high setting. And then what we've got next here is 1/8 of a cup each. So we've got a 1/4 cup of oil. There's 1/8 of a cup each of olive oil and sesame oil. And we're just going to add that right to the pan here. We're going to let that get hot before we put anything in it. You'll know the oil's hot if you spray a little water on it and it sears back at you. Just like that. So now that our oil's hot, we're going to go ahead and add our 3 cloves of pressed garlic. Mix it in there. And then immediately we're going to add our red onion here that I've got cut up nice and thin. You can see that. Okay, so at this point we're just going to cook down these onions a little bit. If you ever find that your oil is getting too hot or some of the garlic or onions are sticking to the pan, you can add in a little bit of water at this point. About 1/8 a cup of water. We're going to let this cook down for about 5 minutes. Okay, so once you've noticed that those onions are starting to wilt, they're starting to become bendy and to really cook down, we're going to go ahead and add these bell peppers here. I've cut them up nice and thin, kind of like the onions. We're just going to mix those in. We're just going to let those cook down for just a minute. Well, not really a minute, about 2 minutes, actually. You want to get them to where they're starting to get soft just a little bit. Alright, so these have been cooking now for about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, depending on the thickness of your bell pepper, give or take 1/2 minute. Now we're going to take the shrimp that we've already pre-seasoned and we're just going to add it to the pan there. And then we'll just start turning it over, mixing in those shrimp with the oils and the juices from our onions and bell peppers. I try to get the shrimp in an even layer on the pan so that they cook evenly. Okay, once your shrimp is getting hot in the pan here, and you see it starting to just barely turn pink, you're going to go ahead and add in your soy sauce and Chardonnay mixture. And then we're going to let that get nice and hot. Feel free to stir it around a little, but shaking it is good too. So when the shrimp is about to cook here, we're going to cover it for about 1 minute. All right, once that 1 minute is up, we're going to open it up here. Then we're going to add in the cilantro. It looks amazing so far. And then we're going to also add in the pineapple. Nice big chunky pieces of pineapple. Then shake it. Then we're going to cover it one more time for about 1 minute. Then we're going to continue to cook for 1 more minute with the lid off. So this just looks amazing. Check that out.